Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me to the start of this week. Now, two things to note is the fact that the Australian dollar has actually posted its low from last week of 74.39, and also to note that the Kiwi dollar has posted a low since last recorded or its lowest point since June 2016 at 68.48. Now with the Kiwi dollar, if I go to the weeklies, I expect to see further weakness to the downside and could come in a target now of 66.70 for those who are looking to go short there. But with the Australian dollar, I expect to see further attempts to foul towards the upside with a cap of 74.95 and above there firmer at 75.45. With a massive week of data, the eyes will be looking towards the RBA monetary policy decision on Tuesday, with the last of the minutes that was reported the fact that they were on a slightly easing bias, so we have to keep an eye very much close to that. And also with the last week's consumer price index coming in at 0.6. Well, that was the target, but it remains at 0.5. However, the yearly inflation rose to 2.7% through the year of March quarter of 2017 from a 1.5% in the fourth quarter of 2016. While markets expected a 2.2% rise, so it was the highest inflation rate since September quarter 2014. This was mainly driven by a surge in the cost of transport and increase in the cost of food and non-alcohol beverages and housing. So I expect to see further weakness into this week with the immediate target holding at 74.25 and lower to 73.60. Very interesting to see that the euro is still capped at this 109.50-55 level. And as I mentioned, we do have a massive week of data, and the minutes from the previous meeting was slightly dovish. So the market will be looking at the FOMC for this week for the rate decision on Thursday, and also along we have the tomorrow morning at 12 o'clock the ISM manufacturing PMI. And also in the week we do have Janet Yellen speaking on Friday, along with FOMC member Charles Evans and also FOMC member Stanley Fitcher. And also we have the non-farm employment change and also US unemployment rate. So very, very much keep an eye on all those releases. They will affect the market. So, but with the euro, while we're still capped at this 109.50, I do expect to see this gap filled that was created last week from the French election. Now, the pullback can come in as deep as 107.60 and recess from there. In the unlikely event we get a break above 109.50, then we would see a surge up towards 110.60 to 111.20. Well, dollar yen still pretty much contained by this 111.95.05 resistance. However, I still feel the market can take that level on and go higher towards 112.80 to 114. Yes, that does sound very bullish, but the market is clearly showing upside potential. And if the bullish divergence comes through on the US dollar index, that would help as well. Any pullback on the day, I'll see support at 111.10 to 110.50. Well, the sterling's broken above that 129 handle and now looks towards the highs of 130.10.60. Now, as you note here with these with this ADX, it topped out every time the market got to the bottom, and now I expect to see the market soon to top out towards that 130.10.60 area, an opportunity to maybe sell and see this pattern come back in again. So if that's the case, then I'll be looking for sterling to fall back towards 125. With the intraday range now at 128.85 as support with 128.40. Well, the market, as you can see here, is still contained within the range of 12.54 to 12.68 to 72. With the failed upside attempt this morning, I do expect to see further weakness coming in the market and look towards 12.54 and reassess from there. And to wrap up with oil, well, we got a posted doji last week on the dailies. Now, this reflects to a great amount of indecision, so I feel the market is still coming to a bottom of the range and we should see a recovery back to about 51 to 51.5, with the support at the moment holding at 48.60 to 48.10. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report that will be released shortly.